I did a lot of research before this challenge. I was trying to find what to expect, and I saw a lot of people that said their first 10 minutes of meditation felt like an hour at the spa. And that was far from the case for me. I've tried meditation a few times in the past, but never long enough to feel any real benefits or anything really special. And these days I've been feeling kind of tense, a bit stressed. I feel like my mind is always running. So I felt like it was a good time to give it another try. And this time I was going to do it for 30 minutes for 30 days straight. There are hundreds of thousands of people around the globe that now practice meditation every day. And this is a practice that started thousands and thousands of years ago, and it's now gone mainstream. And as scientists have done more and more research on the subject, they found that it actually has a lot of benefits. Meditation has been shown to help manage stress, anxiety, increase our attention span, our focus, creativity, and it's even been shown to help us feel more compassion towards others. These are all things I really would like to benefit from, of course, but my main intention was to work on my stress and get better sleep. So I was filled with optimism and hope as I sat on my bed, started 30-minute timer on my phone, and closed my eyes. 10 minutes go by, I opened one eye to check the time, and 30 seconds actually went by. I was trying my best to think about nothing, but I just couldn't help myself. My brain was running. I was thinking of what I could say for this video. I was thinking of work. I was thinking of one of my plans that's not going too well. I was looking at it. I had songs going in my head, and every single noise became a really loud distraction. I sat through it, but it was not fun. I felt like I was wasting my time. It was just really unproductive, and I wasn't really getting any benefits from it. Day 2 was really similar. I had the same kind of distractions, different songs in my head, however. But those songs were still, of course, distracting, and the same distracting noises, of course. Day 3 was also really hard. I was feeling a bit discouraged at that point. I had spent an hour and a half and didn't get any benefits from meditation, and I was still feeling just as distracted. My brain was still running. I was still thinking about work. I was still getting distracted by random songs in my head or random noises around me. On day 4, I decided to try guided meditation, and it really helped me a lot. So I downloaded an app. I actually used 2 apps during this time. I tried 2 apps. I tried Headspace and Balance. I like both, but you really don't need an app for this. I think you could for sure find good guided meditations on YouTube for free. But what those guided meditations really taught me is that meditation is not about like sitting on the side of a mountain in complete silence and thinking about exactly nothing. Meditation is actually about acknowledging distractions and then getting back to focus. So it's also not a state, it's a practice. The most common way to meditate is to focus on your breath. So whenever you hear a distracting thought in your mind, you just acknowledge it, you've been distracted, and then you go back to focusing on your breath. The next few meditations were kind of similar. I was still getting distracted by everything and anything. But at least I knew that I was still doing progress, because now I knew that meditation is not a state, but rather a practice. And I was also able to start acknowledging distractions and get back to focusing my breath a bit easier as the day went on. I would say that by the end of week 1, there weren't any real benefits that I saw, but I was still I was starting to like having that half hour every morning to just slow down. It became kind of my personal time to just sit there, do nothing, kind of relax. And I started to feel that I was doing progress. I was starting to feel a bit more calm after my last 2 meditations in the first week. I would say that around the middle of week 2 is really where I started to see real benefits. I was still getting distracted, of course, but I was able to notice distractions and focus back on my breathing. And that was something I noticed not just for meditation, but also at work. I was able to notice when I was getting distracted, come back to focus on my work. The same happened in discussions that I was having. I wouldn't let my thoughts fill my head when I was having conversations. I was really able to focus more on these conversations. It also got a lot easier to get to sleep. I was able to go on drives or walks without my head feeling really crowded and heavy. On week 3, I learned about setting intentions for your meditations. So meditation became not just a tool to relax, but a tool for anything really. I learned that let's say you have a problem that you're trying to solve, or you need to be creative or something. you could have that intention going into your meditation and letting kind of your mind wander around without being super distracted. And that became really helpful since I work as a web designer. And something also clicked when I first started this challenge, and my intentions were to film this video rather than, enjoy the process, I would say. So that's probably why I kept being so distracted by what I should be saying during a video. I think that when my focus changed from the goal to the journey is really when I started to feel the benefits from meditating. Week 4 was also really interesting since I knew I was going to film this video. I tried to be more mindful of the changes that meditating brought to my day-to-day. And here are a few. I was feeling more focused in general, so at work, it became a lot easier to focus when I was working, either at work or filming those videos, writing scripts, doing research work on my website, or doing client work. I could also let my mind wander more. I didn't feel like I always needed to take my phone. I could let my mind wander around when I was on drives or when I was walking. I didn't feel like I always had to pick up my phone anymore. And that's something that when I did research on the 4 states of attention of the brain, I learned was actually super important. It's a state called daydreaming, and it's really important. I also have a much easier time going to bed. My mind used to always race before I was going to bed, so it was really hard to get to sleep. Now I can spend like 5 or 10 minutes, whatever, thinking about my day, and when I want to go to sleep, I can just focus on my breath and calm myself and get to sleep. I also strangely feel like I enjoy more things. I feel like probably because my brain is not as distracted all the time, I can enjoy the smaller things more. I feel like I also remember the things I read better, probably because I'm more focused on what I read. I've been reading a lot more also lately. And now that I'm done with this challenge, what do I think? It's definitely something I want to keep doing, maybe not half an hour every single day, but at least like maybe a 5 or 10 minutes every morning. And whenever I feel like I'm feeling a lot of stress or I'm like my brain is really getting crowded, well, it'll be a tool that I can use. Let me know down in comments if you try meditation, and also let me know what you'd like to see for my next 30-day challenge. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.